Hi, everybody. This is John Fanta with Fox Sports and the Big East Digital Network.
Hi, this is Brad Sham, voice of the Dallas Cowboys.
Hi, everybody. Hi, everybody. This is John Fanta with Fox Sports and the Big East Digital Network.
Hi, this is Brad Sham, voice of the Dallas Cowboys.
I'm Nicole Auerbach.
Kevin Kugler of Westwood One.
Hi, everybody. It's Pete Pranica of the Memphis Grizzlies and Fox Sports Southeast.
Hi, this is Chuck Swirsky with the Chicago Bulls, our flagship station, 670 The Score.
This is Kyle Peterson with ESPN.
This is Tom Barn at ESPN and the SEC Network. Thanks for tuning in to the Washington Sports Digital Network.
Hutcherson.
It's a beautiful, sunny, and 79 here at Rab Rogers Field in Arkadelphia, the stage for this midweek game between the hosting Ouachita Tigers and the visiting Southern Arkansas Mule Riders. Coming into this midweek game, you've got two teams that have just recently claimed their spot in the Great American Conference Tournament starting in May. Southern Arkansas right now second in the Great American Conference. Meanwhile, Ouachita further down in sixth in the conference. Both of these teams coming off some great series performances. Ouachita, just a series sweep right here at home against Northwestern Oklahoma State. And then for Southern Arkansas, a 2-1 series win in Durant, Oklahoma against Southeastern Oklahoma State. And now leading into this one, you see the starting lineups being introduced. The man starting on the mound for Ouachita today will be Austin Ford. We'll tell you a little bit more about him along with the starting lineups after the national anthem. And then looking at Southern Arkansas, their man on the mound will be Eli Hutcherson.
Austin Ford.
And now we're going to send it over to Brian Ramsey to introduce the national anthem, and then we'll get you the starting lineups following.
I invite you to please rise for our opening prayer. Heavenly Father, thank you for giving us this day in your kingdom. God, we thank you for freedoms to enjoy things like this great game of baseball. Today we pray for the safety of the players and for a great spirit of sportsmanship, but most of all, we pray that in everything that we do, say, and think, that we glorify you for your kingdom's sake. All this we pray in Jesus' name, amen. I invite you to please remain standing as we honor America and those who serve it for the playing of our national anthem.
We've got a temperamental breeze that's currently blowing just slightly to right field as we introduce our starting lineups for today. First, we'll look in the field for Ouachita. Starting at pitcher, Austin Ford. He's got a 0.00 ERA on the season. He's only made 2 appearances. This is his second start of the year, so we'll see a little bit from him today. Now looking in the rest of the field for Ouachita. At first base, it'll be Kendall Cassidy. At second base, it'll be Reese McWilliams. Shortstop, Wesley Scott. And then third base is the junior Garrett Graham. Now out in the outfield, right field is Gavin Jacobs. Center field, Isaac Nowell. And the man in left field will be Austin Gathright. Behind the dish is Joseph Bolin. And the man in the DH spot for the Tigers today will be Jackson Jester. Now looking at the batting lineup for Southern Arkansas. Starting off in the 1 hole will be Lee Matsuzaki. Then behind him, Trace Shoup and Brandon Nickel to lead off the first inning. Behind them will be Jaden Hill, Carter Clarehout, Grant Rusma, Jaden Woolbright, Jared Rhodes, and finishing out the lineup will be Clay Burrows. The man on the mound for the Mule Riders will be Eli Hutcherson. He's got a 6.14 ERA on the season and a 2-1 win-loss record. We'll tell you a little bit more about him once he takes to the mound in the next frame. With you today, I'm Isaac Bourne, and then for a little bit, we'll see how long he goes, but joining me today is Chris Babb. Nice to have you, Chris.
Yeah, I'm on a pitch count today. It's just midweek work, a little pitch count. Can't go the whole game, but we're going to see how long it'll last. I always wanted to be a pitcher. No, but yeah, glad to be up here. It is a beautiful day. I heard you say it, Isaac, and I'm excited to see this Tiger team, a little midweek action, try to keep the bats hot. We talk a lot about, you and I talked before the broadcast, this is a Ouachita team that the team batting average overall has been at the bottom of the conference all season. Despite that, they're 18-12 in the conference, clinched a spot in the Great American Conference tournament with the other 5 Arkansas schools in the conference. But this is also a team that has had over 10 hits in 7 of its last 9 games. So if it's a time to get the bats going, this is a great time for that. But before that, I am interested and ready to see Austin Ford. This is an arm that Coach Howard was looking forward to coming into the season. Had some injury, transferred in at semester or before the year, and has not been able to pitch. Only 3 innings pitched this season. Was cleared a few weeks ago. Got a midweek start up at Harding. Only pitched a little bit, but I'm excited to see Austin Ford in action.
So Ford's starting home debut, and here's his first pitch. That one's going to be popped up into the outfield. Gathright, he's going to try to get under it, and he'll make the catch. The first pitch of the game goes for an out for the Tigers, and that's a great start for Ouachita.
Yeah, can't ask for much better than that for as a pitcher.
Next up to bat for the Mule Riders, here's Trace Shoup. And that one is going to get just past Scott on the left side, and he's going to take a base. So 2 pitches, and both of them have had contact into play. One of them goes for a pop-out, and the other one goes right past the infield for a base hit.
Yep, 2 pitches, 2 swings for Southern Arkansas. Going to be aggressive, obviously, to start things out today.
Now in the 3 hole, here's Brandon Nickel.
Had to lay off of that one.
Right there, Ford trying to get him on the inside, but he'll hold off. That one's going to be fouled high and out of play. Good effort that time by third baseman Garrett Graham to try to see if he can make the catch, but it'll go down into the parking lot.
Isaac, we are in game 5 of an 8-game homestand to end the regular season. It seems crazy. I was just talking to Coach David Sharp, athletic director, that it seems like you get to this point each season, you're like, how in the world did we get here already to the end of another academic year and the end of spring sports? But we are here.
And I totally see that, especially with this Ouachita team. They hadn't played too many home series up until this point, but that is because their final 3 series of the season all here at home, and then they've also got some midweek games at home as well. We had our first series at home this past weekend, and then they've got Henderson State here coming up this weekend.
Yeah, this will be a fun one to end the regular season. Always is fun when Ouachita and Henderson battle in anything. It's a good one to end the regular season on, and then get ready to head to the Great American Conference Tournament. Ouachita and Henderson a game apart in the standings, so you're trying to improve your seeding. Obviously, we mentioned that all 6 of the Arkansas schools have already qualified for that Great American Conference Tournament. Obviously, today's midweek doesn't factor in those, but Southern Arkansas and Harding at 1 and 2. Harding technically in the first spot right now, and it'll be a fun weekend to see where the teams end up as they get ready to head to Enid. So 6 Arkansas schools, and after this weekend we'll know which 2 of the Oklahoma schools will join them at the tournament.
And just a moment ago, Shupe was able to swipe second base. Going for third as that contact is going to be made on the ball, and Shupe, he's going to take home plate for the first score of the game for SAU. And that right there, just some excellent base running. He goes for the steal on third and then just gets incredibly lucky watching as his teammate will make contact with the ball and put it in the right center field gap. And from second base to home plate is Trace Shupe, and now also on base for the first time today as Brandon Nickel. 1 out on the board. Here's Ford. And he will find the bottom of the strike zone that time.
Lots of throws over from Ford in this top of the first. Boy, Hill, good looking, 6'3", 220. Big lefty. Frisco, Texas. Transfer from Arkansas State.
He'll check his swing in time. That one will go far outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's Ford. And that one hit hard wide to the right side. It's going to go right back into play. So they're going to pause really quickly as Reese McWilliams is going to give the ball over to one of the SAU players.
These 2 teams had a good series earlier in the season in Magnolia. Ouachita had a game where they were ahead, and it took a grand slam, walk-off grand slam home run from the Riders to get a victory. And the game, when you look back at the end of the season, you're always going to have some games where you're like, yeah, I'd like to have that one back, and that's one of those in that series at Magnolia that fits that description.
Well, this is just a midweek game. This game does hold just a little bit of stakes for Ouachita. They're sitting at 21 and 22 overall in the season, so a win today does move them into an even 500 overall on the year. Meanwhile, Southern Arkansas would pick up their 30th win of the season with a win today. And Ford just relentlessly going for that runner on first, wants to make sure that they stay completely honest. Looking at Nickel on the season, Ford has a good reason for that. He's 15 for 16 on stolen base attempts this year.
52 stolen bases on the season.
That one's going to go right to Graham, maybe a little too hard. Can he make the throw? And just barely. That one's going to be late. And you've got to credit that time Jaden Hill put some power on it. Graham just unable to maintain it into his glove in time. Yeah, he'll make the throw over to first. That's too late.
It's a nice job by Hill of getting down the line. Also, that was a hot shot to Graham. Was playing a little bit even with the bag, and just a hot shot. Kind of handcuffed him, came in on the heel of the glove, and didn't have enough time to get back, get behind that one, and get Hill down the line. But Ford on the mound now. A visit from head coach Luke Howard. You know, you're runner on first and second, top of the first, and it's the I believe it's going to be the 5-hole hitter coming up now. But you're also one pitch away from getting out of this inning. You can throw a ground ball, 6-4-3, a double play ground ball, close to getting out of it. So first home start of the season for Ford. Coach Howard come out, settle the nerves, get back in the game plan, and see if he can't throw a ground ball here.
There is a pitcher warming up in the bullpen if need be, but most likely not till later.
Yeah, I would think that Ford's still somewhat on a pitch count, having just come back from injury and only his third outing. Obviously not going to go as deep as some starters might this late in the season.
Breaking ball is going to go outside for him.
Ford, 6'4", 225, a junior from Cypress, Texas, transferred from McLennan Community College.
And he's going to step off.
Carter Clairhout has a little fan in the stands.
And maybe that was for the fan. That one's just going to go a little shallow, and now able to make the throw, or maybe make the catch from center field. Clairhout did have some height on that one, just not enough power.
Designated hitter.
Yeah, this is a good job by Ford of popping Clairhout up and getting that second out with a shallow fly ball. Wasn't deep enough to tag the runner, so now you're 2 outs and 1 pitch to getting out of this inning in which you get given up 3 hits.
Now up the DH for SAU. Here's Grant Rosema. Excuse me. Excuse me, Grant. He'll make contact with it forward, able to get on top of it, and he'll make the easy toss over to Cassidy at first.
Nice play by Ford, a little kick save and a beauty. Little hockey reference there for Priscilla in the trailer. Senior final week of broadcast. She's keeping up with the stars, but that would be my only hockey reference of the game. But nice job by Ford of doing what he needed to do to get that third out. Kicking it, keeping it in front, off the glove, and then flipping it over to first base so he gets out of the inning with only 1 run given up.
And the ground out for Ford is going to be just enough. Tigers trail 1-0 as they head to the plate here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
I'm attorney Taylor King. For years, you've heard us say we'll be on your side, by your side.
I'm attorney Austin King. At Taylor King Law, we stand by that promise.
And I'm attorney Maggie King Davis. I'm proud to be a part of a team of dedicated professionals who are prepared
to be on your side and by your side when you need us most.
If you've been injured, contact the Taylor King Law Firm.
And we, and more, will be on your side, by your side.
I've heard people say Ouachita.
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 Is it pronounced Ouachita?
Searching for Ouachita Baptist University.
Back in Texas, everybody pronounces it Wichita, but really, it's Ouachita.
Ouachita.
Ouachita. How would you pronounce it?
Ouachita.
Ouachita.
It's Ouachita Baptist University. Get it right.
It's Ouachita, people. It's Ouachita.
Ouachita.
Tigers takes the plate in just a moment as they trail 1-0 following SAU's game-leading run by Grant Shoup in the following inning. So looking now at this Ouachita batting lineup, it'll be led off by Isaac Nowell, Wesley Scott, and Kendall Cassidy. followed up by Garrett Graham, Jackson Jester, Reese McWilliams, Austin Gathright, Joseph Bolin, and Gavin Jacobs. Now moving on to SAU in the field. The man on the mound is right-handed pitcher Eli Hutcherson. He's got a 6.14 ERA on the year, 2-1 in win and loss records. This is his 10th appearance, his 6th start of the year, and he's pitched 22 innings. Now looking in the field at first base, it'll be Carter Clairhout. Second base, Clay Burrows. Shortstop, Brandon Nickel. Third base, Jaden Woolbright. In the outfield, it'll be Lee Matsusaki. Center field, Trace Shoup. And in right field will be Jaden Hill. The man behind the dish for the Mule Riders today is Jarrett Rhodes.
Well, I'll tell you what, Isaac. I was looking at Isaac and said the wrong name, but you are Isaac too. But Isaac now has just had a tremendous last few weeks of the season. Really has done a great job just kind of being a leader on this team. We're hoping to have a little feature we can run this weekend with Weston Bailey and Isaac, but now has just done a really good job.
He's going to pop that one up into shallow center field, and the catch is going to be made by second baseman Clay Burrows.
I believe last week his batting average went up 10 points just because of his efforts. Last week went from 340 up to 350. I think he ended somewhere around that, 358. So one of the highest batting averages, the highest batting average on the team for those who have had significant batting attempts. Kendall Cassidy has come on good late, but now obviously has more ABs over the course of the season.
Now up to the plate is switch hitter Wesley Scott. He'll be batting left-handed here against the right-handed Hutcherson. And that one's going to get loose, and you saw there the breaking ball is going to elude the grasp of the catcher. And Scott, the sophomore out of Dallas, Texas, he's been a really big part of this Ouachita hitting game this season. Once again, the breaking ball will go low and outside. Two-one count here for the Tigers. And the fastball, Scott's going to foul off to the left side. He's going to make contact with it. Shortstop able to make the play. And he's thrown out at first. Scott thought maybe his speed was enough to get there. But great throw that time by the shortstop, Brandon Nickel, and great catch by Carter Clairhout.
Yep. Nice play, nice field of that hot shot by Nickel. Scott with good speed down the line, but that's why they make the bases 90 feet. It's amazing, Isaac, that as many bang-bang plays are made at first base. How did they decide 90 feet? Could have been 89. Could have been 91.
And now up to bat, here's Kendall Cassidy. Started off the year as a left-handed pitcher for this Ouachita team, but now has moved into the field after coming on really late as one of the better hitters on this Ouachita squad. He's got a .378 batting average. This is his 15th start of the year. 17th appearance. Starts off 0-2 in the count. That one will go low for Hutcherson.
Cassidy this time last week was doing double duty. Got the start on the mound again, the midweek game against UAM, and then also stayed in the game at DH after they went to the bullpen.
1-2 pitch. Here's Hutcherson. That's a swing and a miss for Cassidy, and that's 3 batters and 3 outs for SAU to start off the first inning. Ouachita can't make anything happen in the first, and they trail 1-0 as SAU looks to increase their lead in the second here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
Owned by OBU alumni, Java Primo is the official coffee house of Ouachita Tiger football. At Java Primo, amazing coffee is just the beginning. Try our great options at breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and don't forget about our amazing desserts. Also, shop Java Primo's gift selection 24/7 online at javaprimo.com.
Go Tigers! I'm Rex Horn, the Interim Executive Director of the Arkansas Baptist State Convention, and today I'm joined by my friend Dylan, who's an attorney with the Arkansas Baptist Foundation with an important word for you.
The foundation is here to help you support your Ouachita Tigers. If you'd like to create an estate plan that supports Ouachita and its mission or learn about other giving opportunities, please contact us using the information below.
And welcome back to the Ouachita Sports Digital Network. Pitching change following that first inning. Coming in for Austin Ford is Austin Bagnall, the right-handed pitching junior out of Louisville, Texas. Looking on the year for Bagnall, he's got a 5.87 ERA. He's 1-4 in winning decisions. This will be appearance number 13 for him on the year. And Bagnall, another one of those players, Chris, that is coming off an injury, so we'll see what he can do today.
Yeah, and Ouachita's going to need, this is a good midweek game for Ouachita to be able to get some, a handful of different pitchers, an inning or two. You know, we see a relief pitcher warming up in the Southern Arkansas bullpen. Both Coach Pettigrew and Coach Howard looks like they're using today as a staff game where they're going to let several pitchers get a little bit of work, and that's what you play the midweek games for. And for Ouachita specifically, they really need some of these relief pitchers to kind of find their groove and be able to contribute once you get into the tournament type situation they'll be in 2 weeks. Ouachita is where it is in the standings because of their good weekend starting pitching. Chase Oberly, Luke House, Kaiser Smith, and Tag Payco. Those are the only pitchers who pitched in the weekend sweep of Northwestern Oklahoma State. And so they do need some of these relief pitchers to kind of find their groove and be able to give them an inning or two when needed.
And Bagnall, you look at that ERA, and that is the most for a pitcher on this team with double-digit appearances, not named Chase Oberly, Tag Payco, or Luke House. And I mean, obviously, we'll have to see how he plays today, but Bagnall has showed some promise this season, and so I'm interested to see how he does in his time on the mound today. He'll start off 2-0, facing off here against Jaden Woolbright. Woolbright, he'll make contact with it. Garrett Graham, the play is able to be made, and he lofts it over to Kendall Cassidy, who makes the catch at first for the first out of the inning.
Now batting the catcher, Jared Rhodes.
Now up the catcher, Jared Rhodes. He's batting just below the Mendoza line at 1.94 on the year, 194 on the year. He's going to make contact with it out into left field, and it's going to get down just past Gathright, and he's going to go for two. And that's the first double of the game for SAU.
Second baseman Clay Burrows.
As Jared Rhodes, he'll put it right out into left field.
Kind of turned on that one and got it over Gathright. Easy stand-up double for one out here in the second.
And just like that, just as the last inning started, 2 pitches, 1 out, and 1 easy hit for SAU. He's going to bunt it off to the left side. That's Clay Burrows.
Coach Pettigrew trying to be aggressive. The game plan is to be aggressive at the plate, move runners over when can. Graham is was even with the bag at third, and he stepped back a little bit now.
And Bagnall, he puts it right down the middle, and now an 0-2 count here for Burrows. He'll make contact with it. We'll see if it's playable here. Graham can't make it, but it's going to go into foul territory. Garrett Graham just kind of looked like he lost where it was in the air and just cannot get under it.
Yeah, Graham did a nice job of chasing that one down, just kind of had it over the wrong shoulder and had to turn around back towards the foul line and made a close attempt at it, just couldn't quite come up with it.
And breathing a sigh of relief, Clay Burrows back to the batter's box. 0-2 count. He'll make contact with it this time, and it'll get down for a Texas leaguer.
Left fielder, Lee Matsuzaki.
Not deep enough, a little bit, well, too hardly hit to Isaac now in center field for the run to be able to score. So Bagnall's able to keep him at the corners, and now just the same situation he was at as one. Ouch! That'll leave a mark. We're going to give Matsuzaki a little time to walk that one off. But yeah, you're one pitch away from being able to get out of this. But obviously on the other end, SAU is one wild pitch, or if Matsuzaki can send one to the right side, most likely, he's able to get it through the right side for a base hit, would score a run. But Bagnall is where he wants to be able to get out of this inning.
Lee Matsuzaki, the native of Honolulu, Hawaii, transfer from Howard College. He's going to go back to the box after the tough foul ball to his leg. Bagnall checking on the runner on first. Like Chris said, runners in the corners. Once again, he'll check on the runner.
Bagnall's going to want to Matsuzaki to try to roll over on one. Nice little 4-6-3 double play ground ball is what Bagnall would love to throw. Oop.
He'll make contact with it. McWilliams at second, and Wesley Scott, he won't make the throw to first, and that's going to score for SAU.
Yeah, just had a little bit bobble trying to get it out of his glove.
Center fielder,
it was going to be a rush anyway because it was a high chopper. Thought I might have spoken it into existence, but it didn't quite happen. But a little bit high chopper, able to get the force out, but Scott couldn't quite make the transition. Matsuzaki's speed allowed him to be able to score.
And that's a swing and a miss for Trace Shoup. Shoup, he actually leads SAU this season in batting average, 370 on the year.
Ouachita, not just Austin Ford in the first inning, but Bagnall has kept an eye on those runners as well.
Breaking ball, it's going to get too low and behind under the box. He'll pop it up into deep left field. Gathright looking to make the play, and he can. That one just barely not enough distance for a homer, and Ouachita will keep it at 1 run scored for SAU in the inning. They now lead 2-0. Ouachita looking to match here in the next frame on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
I'm Rex Horn, the Interim Executive Director of the Arkansas Baptist State Convention, and today I'm joined by my friend Dylan, who's an attorney with the Arkansas Baptist Foundation, with an important word for you.
The foundation is here to help you support your Ouachita Tigers. If you'd like to create an estate plan that supports Ouachita and its mission, or learn about other giving opportunities, please contact us using the information below.
That's a timeout on betting. It completely changed the game, and you didn't even notice. Let me break it down for you. Betting ads are applying full court pressure and getting you to play the game. Many of you are falling for it and losing big money. Addiction is happening in some more than others. Now players are getting harassed by bettors. And we all know that's not how the game is won. So it's on us to be good teammates and draw the line to stay ahead of betting consequences.
44, Joshua
New pitcher on the mound for SAU as we come back here into the second inning of play. It's Joshua Flogger. On the season, he's got a 7.64 ERA, 1-0 in winning decisions, and this will be his 8th appearance on the year. So we'll see what he does with his time today. Looking a little bit more into him, he's a native of Bremerton, Washington, and transfer from Texas A&M Corpus Christi, or community college, whatever this sheet means, but
yeah, that's A&M Corpus Christi. He was an Islander. He went from Washington to Corpus Christi, Texas, to Magnolia, Arkansas. That is some territory covered.
You've got it where it's cold, you've got it where it's sandy, and now you've got it where it's just plain hot all the time. That's about America in a nutshell right there.
That's one way to put it.
Now up to the plate. Here's Garrett Graham out of the 4-hole for Ouachita. He's batting .290 on the year. And he had a great performance last weekend for the Tigers, which picked them up their series sweep of Northwestern Oklahoma State. Flogger, he'll put that one right down the middle for a first strike. That's a swing and a miss for Graham, as that one's going to hit the dirt as well.
2 breaking balls from Flogger to start off the count. 2 ones that just weren't seen very well. First one came in at 79, that one at 80, so looks like it drops off the table there, and it's fooled Graham the first 2 times.
And that breaking ball will go very high over the head of Graham.
Yeah, just kind of started that one off a little bit too high, but you can see the movement in that pitch.
Flogger 1-2 pitch. Graham, he'll make contact with it. Looks like it is just barely going to get down into foul territory, into the SAU bullpen. Graham breathing a sigh of relief that time, as it very much looked like it could have gone into the glove of right fielder Jaden Hill.
Yeah, the righty hit that one tailing away, so it was going away from Hill in right field into the SAU bullpen. 4 pitches, 4 breaking balls from Flogger. See if he stays with that.
Hit that one into the wind that time. And the fastball is going to go wide. And Flogger, he's got some velocity on these pitches. This last one, 88 miles per hour. He'll make contact with it this time. And the deep line drive into center field is going to go right to the glove of center fielder Trace Shoup. So that's 1 out for Ouachita, and that'll set up Jackson Jester, the designated hitter for Ouachita.
Looking at Shoup out there in center, he's talking to his right fielder. He kind of had to backpedal on that one a little bit, like he didn't want to, but kind of got out of there a little bit hotter than he might have been expecting. He indicated that it was tailing away. He was kind of letting his right fielder know what the wind was doing to that one.
He'll watch that one go by. The lefty out of Pottsboro, Texas. Finds the inside of the zone. Great pitch that time by Flogger. Jester, he'll make contact. Playable after the nice field from the shortstop, and that'll be 2 outs for SAU. So far, the pitchers for the Mule Riders have faced the minimum.
2 runs, 5 hits, no errors for the Mule Riders. No runs, no hits, no errors. Tigers still looking to get a base runner.
And Reese McWilliams hoping to change that here. Native of Little Rock. He'll step up to the plate. Breaking ball will go right down into the zone. And a swing and a miss for McWilliams so far. Flogger looking for his second strikeout here. His first strikeout here, sorry. The Mule Riders looking for their second strikeout today. And that is exactly what they'll get. Swing and a miss for Reese McWilliams, and so far the minimum has been seen by the Mule Riders. They lead 2-0, hoping to increase that lead here, coming up on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
Visit the Ouachita campus store for all your Tiger apparel, merchandise, and gifts. If you need something to wear to show your Tiger pride, stop by the Ouachita campus store on the bottom floor of the Evans Student Center to grab a t-shirt, sweatshirt, polo, or more. If you can't stop by the store on campus, visit us online at bookstore.obu.edu. Make your purchase and we'll send it to you. Support the Tigers by checking out the Ouachita campus store. Go Tigers.
Make Print Mania in downtown Arkadelphia your place to get embroidery, screen printing, trophies, and more. Drop by their store on Main Street in downtown Arkadelphia or visit their website at printmaniatees.com to see how they can help your business or group. Need a shirt for an event? Let Print Mania take care of that. Need promotional materials for your business or organization? You can let Print Mania take care of that too. A family-run local business in Arkadelphia, Print Mania has been serving the public since 1992. Call Print Mania today, 870-246-3803.
Bagnell up to the mound for his second inning of work for the Tigers as they trail 2-0, trying to keep SAU further off the board here. In this inning, we'll see the trio of Brandon Nickel, Jaden Hill, and Carter Clairhout to lead off for the Mule Riders. So far, they have 5 hits to Ouachita's none, and they lead 2-0. So far for Austin Bagnell, he's allowed 2 hits, 1 run, and one of them, and that one being earned. So far, no strikeouts or walks for the junior.
Looks like it'll be Bagnell for the time being. There are some pitchers in the Ouachita bullpen with bullpen catcher Luke Nahara, but those are not throwing. They're just 4 pitchers sitting out there. There is a pitcher warming up looking for Southern Arkansas like he may be he's getting hot, so he may be coming in. So this may be a game where Coach Pettigrew goes 1 pitcher per inning.
Contact is made. Garrett Graham, another playable play, and the tag out by Cassidy after the ball is going to go just slightly to the left of the bag. And that's just great IQ that time by Kendall Cassidy, able to make the grab off the bag and still be able to get the out. But yeah, it also looks like it might be the day for Flogger for SAU because he's making the run back to the dugout instead of staying in and getting some pitches in the bullpen. That'll be a swing and a miss. One count here. And digging in the dirt for it unsuccessfully is Jaden Hill.
Nice job by Bagnell of dropping that one off the table.
Bagnell, he'll get him on the outside, and that's a backwards K for the junior.
First baseman, Carter Clairhout.
Nice breaking ball on the outside corner, caught the back door and just really caught Hill looking.
Clairhout, he'll make contact and it'll curve into left field. Gathright will throw it in, but not after the base hit for Clairhout.
Designated hitter Grant Rosemont.
The senior will get his first hit of the afternoon, making the SAU hit count move up to 6 for them today. Now here's Grant Rosema, batting .284 going into this game on the season. .1-0 pitch. Bagnell can't find the zone again. That one will go a little far outside. And that's 3 balls in a row, so a 3-0 count here for Bagnell. He'll look to battle back. That one goes too far outside, and so now runners on first and second for the Mule Riders.
Third baseman, Jaden Woolbright.
Tigers 1 away here. All they'll need, they're only 1 pitch away from finishing off this inning. Bagnell, the fastball will go low. And that's going to prompt a visit from catcher Joseph Bolin. He wants to calm down Bagnell. I mean, this is 6 straight balls pitched by the junior. And in a position here where they could get out of the inning in a scoreless inning for SAU, this is a position here where you don't want to sacrifice a run just because he cannot get a strike. So just want to calm down his nerves. And we'll see here what Bagnell can do now. 2-0 count here for the junior. He'll make contact with it. Garrett Graham, he's got to make the throw to first. And the speed that time for Rosema is enough to get him to first. And now bases are loaded. Garrett Graham, maybe just one shuffle too many, can't get it to Cassidy in time.
Now batting catcher, Jared Rhodes.
Excuse me, Jaden Woolbright was the runner to first. That'll be a swing and a miss that time for Rhodes. And once again, they're going to say he made contact with it, but nevertheless, it's 0-2 here for Bagnell, looking to get out of a pinch here. And that's exactly what he'll do. Bases get loaded, but Bagnell gets finished with SAU. They go scoreless in the third inning, and Ouachita looking to tie it up here with 2 runs in the bottom of the third on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network, presented by Taylor King Law.
I'm Sandra, this is Jorge, and we were adopted in 2019. I remember when they first came to us, Michael was already a teenager. The whole cliche of they're so lucky to have you guys, and it's the other way around. They have changed our family for the better. They chose to love us. They didn't have to. They chose us. Family.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. You can't imagine the reward. Visit adoptuskids.org.
On campuses nationwide, the NCAA is making transformative changes for student athletes. While they pursue their biggest dreams, we're launching new initiatives to help them. Life-changing education opportunities are just the start. The NCAA is providing enhanced mental health services. We're guaranteeing scholarships and tuition and expanding access to healthcare. Visit ncaa.org/change to learn more.
For the Mule Riders, now on the mound, number 31, Easton Hurley.
Another pitcher on the mound for SAU. That's Easton Hurley. Looking a little bit into number 31 for the Mule Riders. The freshman out of Hot Springs, Arkansas, was a former Lake Hamilton graduate. And then looking at his pitching numbers on the year. Hurley, 16.87 ERA on the year, 1-1 in win-loss records. And this is only his 4th appearance on the year after only pitching 2 2/3 innings. So not much run for Hurley this year, but we'll see in his first bit of action in quite a while for the Mule Riders what he can do.
Austin Gathright.
He'll look up against Austin Gathright, followed by Joseph Bolin and Gavin Jacobs, the bottom 3 in this Ouachita 9. The breaking ball will go high for Gathright. Looking at him on the season, Gathright, he's got a .275 batting average. Finds the bottom of the zone that time. The lefty. 1-1 pitch is going to go out, is going to go inside. Umpire will say that one goes for a strike, so 1-2 count after he finds the bottom outside corner of the zone. And that one will go low as well, so we've got a full count. In the words of my good friend Chase Hartzell, something's got to give here. Hurley versus Gathright. Payoff pitch. And that'll go inside, and Austin Gathright will take first base on the walk. That'll be the first base taken of the game for Ouachita here in the third inning. Now here's Joseph Boland, native of El Dorado, Arkansas. Pitching just below the Mendoza line at 191 on the year. He'll make contact with it on the half swing. It'll foul it off to the right side. Oh-2 start here for Boland. Looking to battle back in the count as the catcher. That one will go outside and into the zone. The beautiful breaking ball by Hurley is going to give him his first backwards K of the game.
Now batting right fielder, Gavin Jacobs.
Now with one out on the board here is Gavin Jacobs. He spent some time at catcher this season as well. Today he's out in right field. Batting .220 on the season. That one will go outside for Hurley to start. Jacobs makes contact with it. It'll go out behind him for a foul. Native of Bossier City, Louisiana. Spent some time at Ouachita last season, but would redshirt the season. He'll make contact with it. Double play opportunity for SAU. They're going to give the second base that time to Gathright, but Jacobs thrown out at first. So now a runner in scoring position as the lineup turns over. Here's Isaac Nowell out of the one hole.
Isaac Nowell.
In a peak position with 2 outs to bring home their first runner of the day. Last time Nowell saw some time up on the plate, it was a fly out to center field. And that one's going to go right down the middle, and crossing home plate is going to be Austin Gathright. Tigers score on their first hit of the afternoon. Great piece of hitting by Nowell that time on the first pitch of the count.
Now batting the shortstop, Wesley Scott.
So now 1 hit and 1 run for the Tigers. They've halved the Mule Riders score. It's 2-1. Still trailing are the Tigers. Wesley Scott, an opportunity to change that here out of the 2-hole. Won't like what he sees, and that one will go inside for a ball. And Hurley looks to be on the mound for the foreseeable future for SAU, as there's no one warming up in the Mule Rider bullpen as of now. And a hard swing and a hard miss for Scott. Looked like he was going for it all that time. Instead, he'll even the count. He'll make contact with it. Looks like it'll go into deep right center field, and it's going to overcome the wall! Wesley Scott is going to give the Tigers the lead here in the third inning. Ouachita comes into the third, having only had the minimum batters in this game, and they come out of it with the lead after an incredible two-out rally.
Baseman, Kendall Cassidy.
And there's still more time to go. Kendall Cassidy, he'll step back up to the plate after that play. He'll foul that one off right under him. And despite the hitting disparity for both of these teams, Ouachita only 2 hits in this one, contrary to the Mule Riders' 7. The Tigers now lead 3-2 following a hit from Isaac Nowell and a home run for Wesley Scott. Kendall Cassidy, he'll put it in the gap for another hit. And the Texas Leaguer that time for Cassidy is going to give the Tigers their 3rd hit of the game.
Now batting third baseman, Garrett Graham.
Now here's Garrett Graham. But that last hit for Cassidy is going to merit an infield visit for the pitcher, Easton Hurley. Not sure yet, doesn't look like the coach is heading out there, so just a tune-up at the mound. But that is meriting a little bit of more promptness from the SAU bullpen. And right now, the Mule Riders just wasting as much time as they can, trying to get that pitcher in the bullpen warmed up. We'll let you know who it is as soon as we can make out that number out there. Looks like it's number 14, Jackson Reagan. The lefty Hurley, he'll stay out there for now, but then, excuse me, probably not. Looks like that'll be a mound visit. Obviously, it's the first one, so doesn't have to be a switch out. But SAU, like we said, wasting as much time as they can after 3 big hits in a row for Ouachita. SAU fighting for their 30th win of the season. Meanwhile, the Tigers looking to move to 500 on the year. And there it is, the substitution for SAU. For now, we're going to say it's number 14 for SAU, Jackson Reagan. We'll tell you if that's right or not following the break. But Tigers, they go up 3-2 with 2 outs on the board here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
Whether you realize it or not, you see the work of bats and signs all around Arkadelphia. When you see the Badger equipment trailer on the way to a Badger game, Bats and Signs did that. When you're watching the Badgers, Tigers, or Reddies and see the signage that just really makes their facilities pop, Bats and Signs did that too. You see the signage in downtown Arkadelphia, on the campuses of Ouachita and Henderson, or the sign in your neighbor's yard supporting a candidate or their favorite Badger? Yep, Bats and Sign did that too. Longtime residents and supporters of all things Arkadelphia, call Mark, Jared, Chris, or Ryan at Bats and Signs today to see what they can do for you.
Mom was always very self-sufficient, but we started noticing things were off.
I was forgetting my responsibilities at work.
I told Mom we should visit a doctor.
Alzheimer's. It was hard to hear that.
Early detection gave us time to seek information and support as a family. I've never felt more connected with Mom.
If you or your family are noticing changes, it could be Alzheimer's. Talk about seeing a doctor together.
At Berry & Turnage, we specialize in bringing the law to your corner. We are dedicated to understanding what results you want and to helping you understand what actions we can take on your behalf. With over 30 years of experience and a proven track record of success, Berry & Turnage is here to lead you down a path to the results you need. We will work with you every step of the way to make sure that you understand the choices you are making and feel empowered to make them. Berry & Turnage. Serious injuries require serious attorneys.
And Jackson Reagan, he'll be the man taking to the mound in this inning following the 2/3 pitched by Easton Hurley. Looking at Reagan on the season, not quite as much of a sample size as the main three pitchers for SAU, but still a 4.00 ERA on the season, something that makes him fourth on the team. He's 0-0 in winning decisions, and this will only be his 6th appearance on the year. He's only pitched 9 innings as well. But the right-handed pitcher out of Bryant, Arkansas, transfer from South Arkansas Community College. We'll see what he does here against the 4-hole Garrett Graham. A little bit of a sidearm pitch. That one's going to go for a strike. Just 1 out is needed to get the Mule Riders out of this inning. The Tigers came into this one without a single hit in the game. And then 2 hits coming from an Isaac Now ground ball. And then a Wesley Scott homer was enough to score the Tigers, enough to give them the lead 3-2 here. Checking on Kendall Cassidy over on first. He was able to get the Texas Leaguer for the 3rd hit of the game for Ouachita. And he's going to find the outside of the zone, so now an 0-2 start for Garrett Graham. He'll need to be very conscious of what he holds up on now. And he will hold up again that time, and it's going to go low. Mule Riders 1 strike away from finding themselves out of this inning. Going to check on Cassidy on first, and it's going to get loose. And the first baseman, he's going to scamper over to second, and so now he finds himself in scoring position. And right there, just you see Jackson Reagan just being a little bit conscious of his runner on first, and then he pays for it once again. The awkward throw, this time on the pitch. The wild pitch is going to lead to another base taken. So now Kendall Cassidy, in the past 2 throws for Reagan, advances 2 bases. That's 180 feet. And very deep into scoring position now. Here's Cassidy. Garrett Graham looking to make some contact on the ball. That one will go outside again, and so now it's a full count. He started out 0 for 2, but you've got to give credit to Ouachita for battling back in this count. Graham, he makes contact with it. Can it get down? And it can! Kendall Cassidy's going to cross home plate, and Garrett Graham is going to take 2 bases, as that one is going to elude the grasp of right fielder Jaden Hill. Hill just was playing a little bit too high up in the right field, and then it's going to curve around his glove.
Jester.
That's the first double of the game for Ouachita, and they've now racked up 4 hits in this 3rd inning alone. Now here's the designated hitter, Jackson Jester. Another scoring position for Ouachita as they continue this rally. That one just barely goes high over the zone, so 2-0 start. Reagan, he'll look to battle back. 3-0 pitch here. Jester, he'll make contact with it, but it'll foul off behind him. (3-1) pitch. Here's Reagan. Jester, that one's got some distance and just barely can't get there, but the catch can't be made by Hill once again. And yet again, the SAU Mule Riders cannot make the grab out in right field, and the Tigers are going to score because of it.
Now batting second baseman, Reese McWilliams.
That's 5 runs and 5 hits in the inning for Ouachita. What an incredible series of events here with 2 outs on the board. Jackson Jester, he'll pick up an RBI with it. And that time on that last hit for Jester, you put it in an awkward position for Hill. Thought for a second that it would maybe go over the wall. Not sure if it would have, but Hill nevertheless does get a glove on it, but just can't come down with it. McWilliams watches that one go by. 3-1 count. Tigers looking to continue this run. McWilliams, that one's got some distance and just barely is going to go outside that first baseline for a foul. And man, if that one would have gotten down, we could have possibly even seen a triple for McWilliams. Puts it right in the perfect spot. But the wind carried it just a little too far that time. Full count here for Reagan. 1 strike away from getting out of this nightmare inning for the Mule Riders. McWilliams, he'll foul that one off into himself. Umpire will give him a second to collect himself. Here's Reagan, 3-2 pitch. That one will go outside, and McWilliams, he'll take a base here.
Now batting left fielder, Austin Gathright.
1-1 situation here. Runners on first and second for the Tigers. Here's Austin Gathright. Tigers have gone through their entire lineup in this inning. Gathright was the one to lead off to start. He would be walked, putting the Tigers on base for the first time this game. And then he was the first one to cross home plate after the Isaac Nowell RBI. Two-two count here for Reagan. And Gathright wisely holds up there. So now another full count for the senior. This time he's looking to change from what he did with McWilliams, hoping to end off the inning here with a strike. Against the freshman Gathright. Gathright, he'll make contact and is going to get through the infield. Garrett Graham, he's going for the score, and he'll get it. That'll be Jackson Jester scoring for yet another run. And my goodness, folks. 2 outs on the board, and Ouachita does not care. That's 6 hits and 6 runs in 1 inning for Ouachita. Coming into this frame, the Tigers had not even gotten on base yet in this game. And just an incredible hitting performance for the Tigers here. That right there is going to merit yet another mound visit. And that's going to be the day for Reagan. Mule Riders quickly having to warm up yet another pitcher. And with that, we're going to take another break. Ouachita continues to roll here in the bottom of the third. They lead 6-2 here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
At Berry and Turnage, we specialize in bringing the law to your corner. We are dedicated to understanding what results you want and to helping you understand what actions we can take on your behalf. With over 30 years of experience and a proven track record of success, Berry and Turnage is here to lead you down a path to the results you need. We will work with you every step of the way to make sure that you understand the choices you are making and feel empowered to make them. Berry and Turnage. Serious injuries require serious attorneys.
First night here, but Amy seems cool.
Leading down to the river. I am blind, but I need not see.
What do you think?
I know this road is there for me. If I'm really free, take me down to the river and walk.
Pitching change here for SAU. Facing off against number 11, the pitcher Cody Edwards, native of San Antonio, Texas, transferred from Midland College. Looking at him on the season. Edwards, he's got a 13.50 ERA on the year. This will only be his 3rd appearance of the year, and he's only pitched 2 innings up to this point. So we'll see what he can do. 2 outs on the board, just looking for 1 out to get themselves out of this inning where Ouachita has had 6 runs. It's going up here against Joseph Bolin out of the 8 hole. Tigers have had 11 people head to the plate in this 1 inning alone, as Bolin's going to foul that one off behind him. 0-2 start for Bolin. And that one will go in the dirt. And he's going for home. And he gets him out at home plate. The gamble by Reese McWilliams cannot pay off, as the steal of home off the wild pitch is going to go for the last out of the inning. But that's not before Ouachita gets 6 runs in 6 hits following a game where they had yet to go on base. Tigers lead 6-2 going into the 4th here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
There is a road laid out for me.
First night here, but Amy seems cool.
Leading down to the river. I am blind, but I need not see.
What do you think?
I know this road is there for me. If I'm really free, take me down to the river and walk.
If you want to win in every arena of college life, go D2. Make it yours.
And the Mule Riders come back up to the plate following a dream inning for Ouachita, where after 2 outs hit the board, they find a way to rally for 6 runs. They now lead 6-2 going into this 4th, and the Mule Riders hope to make something of their hitting performance as well. So far, they've only scored 1 run in the 1st inning and 1 in the 2nd. Austin Bagnall, he'll still be up on the mound for his 3rd inning of work today.
Batting for the Mule Riders, second baseman Clay Burrows.
Bagnall facing off against the 9-hole Clay Burrows for SAU. He'll make contact with it, foul it off right in front of him. One-two pitch here is Bagnall. That one to lose the grasp of catcher Joseph Bolin, who'll go outside. Trying to tempt him into a swing is Bagnall on these 2 breaking balls, but instead he'll make it a 3-2 count here. He'll make contact with it, and it'll go right on top of the field house. Payoff pitch here for Bagnall. Looking for his 2nd strike, his 3rd strike of the afternoon. Burrows will make contact with it. Graham has to make the throw on the run, and he can. Garrett Graham give him 3 assists in this one, and he's been active in that 3rd base position today.
Lee Matsuzaki.
Now the lineup turns over for SAU. Now here's Lee Matsusaki. And he makes contact with it, but Kendall Cassidy right there at the right time makes the catch over at first base right on the line. So he'll go to the dugout. And so now the Mule Riders looking for a similar 2-out rally as Trace Shoup will head to the plate. Swing and a miss for the first one. Shoup in this one, so far he's picked up 1 hit. An interesting statistic in this game, despite the fact that the Tigers have tripled the Mule Riders' score, they still have fewer hits than SAU. Ouachita with 6, SAU with 7. Swing and a miss for Shoup, so now it's a 1-2 count. Bagnall, a chance here for another shutout inning. 1 strike away. Shoup, he's going to pop that one deep into center field. And now we'll get under it as he has to run onto the warning track for that one. And that's 3 batters and 3 outs for SAU. They're unable to follow up the incredible inning for Ouachita. And now Tigers back to the plate trying to make even more happen as we head to a break on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
If you love them enough to crawl into a play place to get them to come down, then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat. Even the mighty might not see it coming. It's prediabetes, and it captures 1 in 3 adults. But you can escape. Take the 1-minute prediabetes risk test to know where you stand and prevent or delay type 2 diabetes. Be your own hero on smartphones everywhere at doihaveprediabetes.org.
Back up on the mound for some more work. Number 11, pitcher Cody Edwards for the Mule Riders. So in that last inning, was able to get the final out that got the Mule Riders out of the nightmare inning that put the Tigers up 6-2. Now looking to continue that success. He'll face off against Joseph Bolin, followed by Gavin Jacobs. And then the lineup will turn over for Isaac Now. Bolin, he gets to go back up to the plate after the last inning would end on the attempt to steal home by Reese McWilliams. So Bolin, he'll start off with a fresh start, 0-0 count. Watch that one go past his face for a ball. He's going to pop that one up into shallow right field, and the catch is made. Getting under at that time, second baseman Clay Burrows. So the fly out for Bolin is going to go as the first out of the inning.
Jacobs.
Now here's Gavin Jacobs to finish out the lineup. Jacobs, he came into this lineup earlier in the season, and now he's been mostly a mainstay, playing some at catcher, some in the outfield. The breaking ball going to go over the head of Jacobs, who has to elude it. That one will go low for Edwards. Three-0 count here. Edwards, he will find the zone that time. So Jacobs, he'll have to prolong his trip at the plate for now. Edwards trying to battle back here. He'll make contact with it. It's got some height, but it's going to foul off towards the highway. Foul off to the left once again for Jacobs. Keeps it at 3-2. Pop it up again, but he's going to pop it up behind him. I have a feeling that's going to go on top of the score box, but I haven't heard a bump yet, so I'm assuming that went behind me. 3-2 pitch. Here's Edwards. That one will go low, and Jacobs will take first. One out on the board and one runner on the bases are the Tigers. Lineup turns over. Here's Isaac Now, the man who shares a first name with me. Last time Now was up at the plate, he started off the scoring for this Ouachita lineup, getting an RBI for the first run of the game. And that run would lead to 5 more as the wild pitch is going to allow Jacobs to scamper over to second. You saw the redshirt freshman take a couple steps back towards first, but then he saw, man, that pitch is very far behind home plate, and so he'll make the turnaround over to second. 1-0 pitch here for Edwards. And he'll make the quick turnaround trying to check on Jacobs on second. The red shirt freshman enough to be able to dive back into it before being tagged. Here's Edwards' 3-0 pitch. That one will go inside but hit the zone. Took the umpire a little bit longer than expected. Thought that maybe it got him for a ball, but 3-1 count here. Now makes contact. That one's going to go high and foul off to the right side. Another full count for Ouachita. Last time Mule Riders were in this position, Jacobs let it go by him, and it ended up being a walk. Now he'll make contact and foul it off to the left side. That's incredible guarding of the plate that time by Now. He saw that one, and it could possibly go for a strike, so he makes contact with it. Not enough to really make it anything playable, but enough to foul it off and keep himself alive here on the count. Now another foul off to the right side. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Isaac now in a battle here with pitcher Cody Edwards. That one will go low again, and that's 2 walks in a row for Edwards. Runners on first and second for Ouachita now, and now here's Wesley Scott. No current mound visits as of now for the Mule Riders. So Edwards continuing to face off against the top of this Ouachita batting order. Scott will step into the batter's box. He's batting on the right side, or batting left-handed here. Breaking ball, go high and outside. Tigers in scoring position. They've also got a runner on first. Wesley Scott, last time he was at the plate, he put that one beyond the outfield wall for the first and only home run of this game. .30 start here for Edwards. He here is in danger now of loading the bases with yet another walk. And he's going to find the inside corner, so he'll keep himself on the mound for now. Pitcher warming up in the SAU bullpen, but Edwards still with some time up there. He's only pitched 2/3 of an inning today. That one will go high, and now bases are loaded for Ouachita. 1 out on the board. Dangerous position, and that's enough to merit another mound visit. That's most likely the day for Edwards. That's 3 walks in a row for him. Got to give credit to Edwards, able to find a way out of the nightmare inning for the Mule Riders where they relinquished 6 runs. But nevertheless, that'll be the day for him, and that'll send us to another break. Coming up next will be number 17, Asher Hastings. We'll tell you more about him after the break here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network, presented by Taylor King Law.
For years, we've said we'll be on your side, by your side.
We all stand by that promise.
And I'm proud to be a part of a team of attorneys who are prepared
to be on your side and by your side.
So if you've been injured,
we'll be on your side, by your side.
Hey world, I have a quick message. It's about safe driving. All right, let's go. Anytime you're driving, have the seatbelt buckled tight. Both hands on the wheel and your phone out of sight. When not in your hand trying to text somebody back. Because if you do, your car might get smacked. The moral of the story, just put your phone down. The people on the road will stay safe and sound. Put your phone down, put your phone down. People on the road will stay safe and sound. Yeah.
At Capital Technology Group, we make your technology our priority. There are so many threats to IT these days, and we're here to help protect your data and devices. We're also by your side when things simply go wrong, whether it's servers crashing or printers breaking. We cover it all for our clients in all types of businesses. And with over 80 years of history in Arkansas, you can trust Capital Technology Group to be your business technology partner. Sign up for a free consultation at captg.com.
It's an ordinary day. Stephanie's driving home from school, like she does every day. Since she's almost home, she takes a quick glance at her phone, like she does every day. She arrives safely, like she does every day. It's another ordinary day. But then, something out of the ordinary happens. Distracted driving kills.
Asher Hastings taking to the plate for SAU, looking at him on the season. Haven't seen too much of him. He's only made 4 appearances, but in those appearances, he's got a 3.12 ERA. He's pitched 8 2/3 innings. And with 1 out on the board and bases loaded, he's got a face-off here against number 21, Kendall Cassidy. Cassidy on the year leading this Ouachita team in batting average at .383. He'll foul it off behind him. Looking a little bit more into Asher Hastings. 6 feet tall, 150 pounds, the junior out of Little Rock, Arkansas. Transfer from SAU Tech. Starts off 0-2 in the count. We'll see what Cassidy does to respond. Make contact with it and he'll foul it off to the right side. Any bit of contact on the ball for Ouachita, most likely, any bit of contact that goes fair most likely could lead to a score. And he's going to lock him up on the outside. Cassidy watches it go by for the backwards K.
Now batting third baseman, Garrett Graham.
Now 2 outs on the board. Asher Hastings, in just 5 pitches, able to get the second out of the inning, and now he'll go up against the cleanup hitter, Garrett Graham. In a pinch here is Hastings. 2 strikes away here from sending his team out of this pinch. Three-one pitch. Graham, he'll swing and miss on that one. So now full count, 2 outs, bases loaded. Something has to give. A Ouachita hit leads to a score. A ball leads to a score for Ouachita, and a strike ends off the inning. And he's going to lock him up on the inside. Incredible pitching from Hastings, and he gets the Mule Riders out of a pinch. Tigers still lead 6-2. Mule Riders back up to the plate to change that here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
Food isn't just fuel to live, it's fuel to grow. My family relied on public assistance to help provide meals for us. These meals fueled my involvement in theater and the arts as a child, which fostered my love for acting. The Feeding America network of food banks helps millions of people put food on the table. When people are fed, futures are nourished. Join the movement to end hunger, and together we can open endless possibilities for people to thrive. Visit feedingamerica.org/actnow.
In the number 2 position on our top 30 countdown this week, here's In Your Hands. Hey, are you trying to kill us both?
What?
Are you aware that on average there are almost 10 texting and driving deaths each day?
No, that's awful.
Yeah, it is awful, so don't do it. The text can wait.
Thanks.
Anytime. And now...
Remember, the text can wait.
The texts can wait, but you no longer have to, as we're back for some more action here from Rab Rogers Field. Austin Bagnall on the mound for yet another inning of work. He's up to 4 in this game here for the top of the 5th. Bagnall, he'll start off facing against number 7, Jaden Hill. Number 7, Brandon Nickel, then number 27, Jaden Hill, and then number 35, Carter Clarehout. Those would be the guys due up to lead off this inning. Starting off with Brandon Nickel, the 3-hole hitter, batting .298 on the season. 301 on the season following his earlier hit. Mule Riders up to 7 hits on the game, and that's a swing and a miss to start. He'll get a piece of it off to the right side for a foul, so 0-2 start for Bagnall. Looking to finish off Nickel here. And that's a swing and a miss. Yet another K for Bagnall. Give him a trio of Ks in this game today with 3.
Right fielder, Jaden Hill.
Now up second here is Jaden Hill, batting .331 on the season. He's got 8 home runs, so you've got to be careful at what you throw to him. You cannot give him anything easy as he leads. He's only 3rd on this team this season in home runs with 8 on the year. And he's going to put that one right into the glove of Kendall Cassidy. All he's got to do is make a couple steps over to first. But following my earlier mistake, when you commentate for a team like Ouachita that they don't put their bats on the ball too often, but they have a great fielding and great pitching, it's always hard to see when you have other teams that have guys that have hit 13, 11 home runs before. And that one, Clarehout, he's got some distance, but Gathright able to get under it for the 3rd out of the inning. So 3 batters faced and 3 outs. That's an efficient inning for Austin Bagnall, and that's enough to send us to another break. Tigers still lead 6-2 here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
In the number 2 position on our top 30 countdown this week, here's In Your Hands. Hey, are you trying to kill us both?
I don't remember how it started.
Go to that.
Our back and forth. It always came back.
Dad!
You probably don't remember what you told me,
That was perfect.
but I heard every word.
Hey world, I have a quick message. It's about safe driving. Alright, let's go. Anytime you're driving, have the seatbelt buckled tight. Both hands on the wheel and your phone out of sight. When not in your hand trying to text somebody back. Because if you do, your car might get smacked. The moral of the story, just put your phone down. The people on the road will stay safe and sound. Put your phone down, put your phone down. People on the road will stay safe and sound. Yeah.
Asher Hastings back up to the mound for the Mule Riders. 1 out here will give him his first full inning of work in the contest. Hastings was able to get the Mule Riders out of a pinch following a bases loaded situation for the Tigers. And so now looking at this Ouachita team, Jackson Jester, Reese McWilliams, and Austin Gathright, the 3 due up to start off. Jester sitting just below that 300 mark in batting average. So with a hit here, could make himself one of just 4 people in this Ouachita batting lineup to be hitting over 300 on the season. Freshman out of Pottsboro, Texas, here he is, the lefty. Hastings able to find the zone that time. That one will go far inside. Jester has to step back to elude the ball. And he'll find the bottom outside corner of the zone. Now Jester, one strike away here from heading back to the dugout. Swing and a miss, and Jackson Jester struck out there. And that's a great and promising start for Asher Hastings.
Second baseman, Reese McWilliams.
Native of Little Rock, Arkansas, here's Reese McWilliams. Last time he was in some action, he was the final out of that dream inning for Ouachita, where his attempt to steal home would find him out at the plate. Williams will step into it, but he'll let up. That one goes high for Hopkins. So now a 3-1 count here. Started off this inning with a strikeout. Hastings with 16 pitches coming into this count. Now up to 20. That one goes high, but McWilliams, he'll take first base on the first walk for Hastings today. That's the first runner of the inning for Ouachita. Now here's Austin Gathright. The freshman Gathright, he's been a welcome surprise for this Ouachita team this season. Got 19 runs on a .284 batting average. That pitch for Hastings will find that outside corner. Now here's the 1-1 count. Throw to second. And they're going to say he got him. The steal attempt for Reese McWilliams once again is unsuccessful. He's 0 for 2 on the day on steals. Just a demoralizing day in the base paths for McWilliams. Hastings 2-1 pitch. Gathright makes contact and he'll foul it off to the left side. Two-2 count. Gathright one strike away from ending the inning for his team. Gathright will hold up to make it a full count. Payoff pitch for Hastings. Gathright, he'll watch it go low, and they're going to call that one a strike. It's going to find the bottom inside corner and lock Gathright up. Originally, I thought that was a walk. Gathright did too, but nevertheless, that's going to end off the inning. Ouachita still leads 6-2 following yet another scoreless frame here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
NCAA athletes don't just compete, they make history. Representing our nation with pride and excellence, they bring home the hardware. Our college campuses serve as training grounds for the next generation of stars. Catch tomorrow's Olympians and Paralympians on the NCAA Championship stage today.
At the time, I just wasn't thinking. I used social media to vent. I wish I would have thought about the effects of scaring people. I didn't mean for that to happen. People took it as a terrorist threat. The university got shut down. I got arrested by the FBI. And now, I don't know what my future looks like. I search my name on the web almost every day and look at the stuff. It's not going away. Think before you post.
In life, things aren't scripted.
If you're an athlete, we need people like you and translate those skills to officiating.
You can get a lot out of it.
It happens in every town, in every game.
We never have a perfect game, but the rewards always outweigh the negativities.
The central and midwestern U.S. averages more than 850 tornadoes each year.
Bagnall up to the mound for, yes, his 5th inning of work today, as you see there on your screen. He's going up against Grant Rosema, the junior for SAU. That one's going to go as a ball. Rosema is due up in front of Jaden Woolbright and Jarrett Rhodes in this Southern Arkansas lineup. Rosema, he's going to put a line drive right past the head of Reese McWilliams, and that's going to be the first hit for SAU here.
Third baseman Jaden Woolbright.
Bagnall just pitched it right to where Rosema wanted it. He finds it where it needs to go, and that's a easy base hit for the Mule Riders. Now here's Jaden Woolbright. He'll make contact, just missed it that time. You swing just an inch or two higher, and that one might be playable. I want to go low and in the dirt. You've got some pitchers just, walking around in the bullpen, but not much arm usage over in the bullpen after Bagnall's really had a successful outing so far today. 3 straight scoreless innings for the Mule Riders. That one's going to pop up into the infield. Wesley Scott, he'll wave off his teammates and make the catch. That's the first out in the inning for Ouachita. Now here's catcher Jared Rhodes. And Bagnall, man, he thought he had Rosema there on first. Tries to catch him there, but they'll call him safe. Breaking ball. Beautifully lofts into the zone for Bagnall. That's going to be an 0-1 start for him. Rosema on the season 1 for 1 on stolen base attempts. Bagnell just wants to be careful with his man on first. Breaking ball, gonna go to McWilliams, double play opportunity. Here's Scott, and he makes it. Tigers get the easy, take the grounder, turn it into 2 outs, and they're gonna keep SAU scoreless for the 4th straight inning. They lead 6-2. Back to the plate here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
I'm Attorney Taylor King. For years, you've heard us say we'll be on your side, by your side.
I'm Attorney Austin King. At Taylor King Law, we stand by that promise.
And I'm Attorney Maggie King Davis. I'm proud to be a part of a team of dedicated professionals who are prepared
To be on your side and by your side when you need us most.
If you've been injured, contact the Taylor King Law Firm.
And we, and more, will be on your side, by your side.
And welcome back to Rab Rogers Field here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network. Ouachita up to bat here in this inning. We'll see Joseph Bolin and Gavin Jacobs to start off the inning, and then the lineup will turn over, as in the one-hole Isaac Nowell also due up for the 3rd batter in this inning. So far, Ouachita, only 1 inning where we've seen a score out of them, and they got 6 of them. Just a pocket of sunshine in that 3rd inning for the Tigers. And despite that, we've seen 4 more scoreless innings here in the bottom of the 6th. Ashton Hastings, he's up on the mound for SAU. He's pitched 1 2/3 innings today. Oh, 0-2 start here for Bolin. Batting just below the Mendoza line at 188 on the season. He'll make contact with it just barely to stay alive. Still 0-2 in the count. Hastings. He's racked up a quick 4 strikeouts in this one, looking for number 5 here against Bolin. That one will go high and outside. Bolin, he's going to put it right in between the shortstop and 3rd baseman. He's going to try for 2. Rounding first, but he's going to stay at first base. That's a base hit for him. And the catcher, he'll pick up his first hit of the game. And now here's Gavin Jacobs. The redshirt freshman, native of Bossier City, Louisiana, looking to continue this hitting barrage from the Tigers today. Well, I wouldn't call it a barrage. They only have 7 hits in this one. They actually have less hits than Southern Arkansas, despite tripling the Mule Riders' score here. But Jacobs here looking to continue the expert hitting performance from Bolin just a minute ago. trying for the bunt that time, but he'll foul it off to the left side, so most likely won't go for it again. Hastings, that one barely will elude the box, will elude the zone. So now 1-2 count here for him. Jacobs. Hastings will field it, and he'll just make the easy throw over to first. Thought about the double play for a second, but he'll let Bolin take second, as Jacobs will be thrown out at first. So the sacrifice does go well for Jacobs. Doesn't get it on the bunt, but does get it on the swinging bunt. So now 1 out on the board. Lineup turns over. Here's Isaac now. This will be his third trip to the plate today. Last time he was here, he was walked. Now he'll watch that one. It'll hit the inside corner of the box. And now he'll swing and foul it right into his dugout. Luckily, it looks like it hit the cage below them, so they'll be all right. Here's Hastings' 1-2 pitch. Now, that one's got some speed on it. Jacobs able to scamper back to second. He'll stay safe. Great reaction time that time by shortstop Brandon Nickel, and just barely unable to get it to second base for the double play.
Shortstop Wesley Scott.
Now after the line out, here's Wesley Scott. Scott so far today has 1 hit on the homer, moving him into a tie for first place on the team with homers this season. He's got 7 on the year. There are only 3 players on this Ouachita team with more than 1 home run. All 3 of them have 7 home runs on the season. So an odd group of hitters for this Ouachita team, but you know where your strong points are, and Wesley Scott definitely one of them. The sophomore switch hitter. He's batted left-handed all day today, but this time moving to his right hand. 1-1 count here for Hastings. Swing and a miss here. Scott looked like he was going for it all that time. And that's another swing and a miss. And so yet another strikeout for Hastings. He's up to 5 on the game. And that's 3 straight scoreless innings for the Tigers as they'll head into the field for the next frame here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
I've heard people say Ouachita.
Ouachita. Achita. Ouachita. Is it pronounced Ouachita?
Searching for Ouachita Baptist University.
Back in Texas, everybody pronounces it Wichita, but really, it's Ouachita.
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 How would you pronounce it?
Ouachita.
Ouachita.
It's Ouachita Baptist University. Get it right.
It's Ouachita, people. It's Ouachita.
Ouachita.
Owned by OBU alumni, Java Primo is the official coffee house of Ouachita Tiger football. At Java Primo, amazing coffee is just the beginning. Try our great options at breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and don't forget about our amazing desserts. Also, shop Java Primo's gift selection 24/7 online at javaprimo.com.
Go Tigers! Go Tigers!
Austin Bagnall back up to the mound, continuing his tenure today as pitcher for Ouachita. He didn't start off this one, Austin Ford, with the 1-inning pitch today, but the other Austin Bagnall has pitched the other 6 innings today for this is his 6th inning of work now. Also, Austin Gathright, one of the scorers in this game, just a trio of Austins that have provided some success for Ouachita today. Bagnall, he's got 3 strikeouts on the day. He's only allowed 1 run, and that was the one in the 2nd inning. So now 4 straight scoreless innings for the Mule Riders. Despite their 8 hits, have only been able to cross home plate twice. Due up in this one is Clay Burrows out of the 9-hole. And the lineup will turn over for the Mule Riders. Following behind Burrows will be Lee Matsusaki and Trace Shoup. So Bagnall, he'll get to see the top of this Mule Rider lineup yet again. So we'll see what they can do. But first, the 9-hole Clay Burrows, second baseman and senior, batting .262 on the season coming into this game.
Batting for the Mule Riders, second baseman Clay Burrows.
Bagnall, he'll find the top corner of the zone that time. .3-1 start for Bagnall. Here's the junior. And that one's going to go high and outside. And that's what will send Clay Burrows to first base. It's only Bagnall's second walk of the outing. So now lineup turns over. Here's Lee Matsusaki. He'll chip it off to the right side, but it'll barely stay foul, so he'll head back to the plate, 0-1 count. Checking on Burrows over on first. He'll slide back in. And that one just barely. Burrows eluding the grasp of Cassidy. Thought maybe for a second that Ouachita bench saw him out, but nevertheless he'll stay safe. That one off into right field. And Gavin Jacobs able to make the grab. That's the first out of the inning. Great piece of pitching that time by Bagnall. Able to put it right off his bat into right field for the easy grab for Jacobs. And that'll also keep Burrows on first. Now here's the 2-hole, Trace Shoup. Excuse me, yes, it will be the 2-hole Trace Shoup. One out on the board, 1 ball. And Bagnell, he's been very safe over there with Burrows. He's 2 for 2 on the season in stolen base attempts. That one is going to be popped deep into center field. Isaac now able to make the grab, and that's going to keep Burrows on first yet again. Bagnell, he's been able to find a spot where these SAU players can't elude that outfield wall, but they can hit it right into the gloves of his outfielders. It is going to merit a mound visit, though. Coach Luke Howard wants to go talk to his junior pitcher. Not sure if that means he'll be switched out. This is the first mound visit of the game for him. Most likely wants to check on him. There is a pitcher warming up in the Tiger bullpen. Bagnell, he'll stay out there for now. Looks like Coach Luke Howard just wanted to make sure and check on how he's doing. He's up to 64 pitches in the game, so one of his higher pitch count games of the season. 1 out to go here for the end of the top of the 7th. Bagnell, he'll check on the runner on first. Looks like it's Nick Herrick, the redshirt freshman, warming up in the Tiger bullpen. For now, though, we still have Bagnell. 2-0 count for him. He'll foul it off behind him. Batter here, Brandon Nickel. He leads this SAU team in home runs on the season with a miraculous 13. You look at him on the season, he's 3rd in the GAC in that regard, just trailing Jeremy Shork, which we'll see here on this field this weekend for Henderson State, and Wesley Mitchell of Southeastern Oklahoma State. Two-two count here for Bagnell following the 2 straight fouls. Can't pitch the strike that time. It's a 3-2 count. Something's got to give here for Austin Bagnell. The junior. 1 strike away here. And that one can't stay fair. It'll bounce around into foul territory. Nickel, he'll walk back to the box. Bagnell, payoff pitch. He makes contact. That one's going to go deep into left field, and it's going to get down. Not deep enough. Gathright can't get to it in time. Austin Gathright just not gauging where that one's going to go. He takes 2 steps back before he has to sprint forward.
Right fielder Jaden Hill.
In Nickel. Not sure if that one was the wind or not, but nevertheless, he'll get the break, and now there's runners in the corners for SAU. Makes contact with it. Jaden Hill And that one's going to go right to the glove of Gathright as he backs up into the warning track. So Gathright unable to make the catch on the hit, but then right after able to redeem himself on the catch on the warning track. That's going to send us into the 7th inning stretch here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
I'm Rex Horn, the Interim Executive Director of the Arkansas Baptist State Convention, and today I'm joined by my friend Dylan, who is an attorney with the Arkansas Baptist Foundation with an important word for you.
The foundation is here to help you support your Ouachita Tigers. If you'd like to create an estate plan that supports Ouachita and its mission or learn about other giving opportunities, please contact us using the information below.
That's a timeout on betting. It completely changed the game, and you didn't even notice. Let me break it down for you. Betting ads are applying full court pressure and getting you to play the game. Many of you are falling for it and losing big money. Addiction is happening in some more than others. Now players are getting harassed by bettors. And we all know that's not how the game is won. So it's on us to be good teammates and draw the line to stay ahead of betting consequences.
A new pitcher on the mound for SAU. This time it'll be number 13, Jackson Sorey, on the season. Looking into Sorey's statistics, he's got a 4.50 ERA, 0-1 in winning decisions. This will be his 6th appearance on the year. He's only pitched 4 innings, so we'll see where he goes from here. Sorey, the native of Sheridan, Arkansas, transfer across the conference from Arkansas Tech, the former Wonder Boy, now a mule rider in the blue and yellow today. He'll face off against the 3, 4, and 5 holes of this Ouachita lineup: Kendall Cassidy, Garrett Graham, and Jackson Jesser. Meanwhile, this SAU team up to their 7th pitcher of the day. Just an incredible amount of pitchers just going through the committee and getting some experience for their younger arms. Here's Sorey against Cassidy. That one's going to go outside. Looking at Cassidy on the day, was able to put one down for a hit in his 2nd at-bat of the game. Since then, he's been struck out twice. Sorey, he'll start out with a 3-0 count, looking for his first strike of the contest. That one will go low, and that's going to hit the zone. Kendall Cassidy, for a second, thought that it didn't, but nevertheless, it's going to get the bottom of the zone. 3-1 count here for Sorey. He'll foul it off to the left side, and just like that, a 3-0 count is now a full count. Got to credit the rebound here from Jackson Sorey. That one will go low, though, and the senior is going to send Cassidy to first for the first walk of his game. Now up to the plate, here's Garrett Graham. He's one of those 3 power hitters that Ouachita has shown this season. He's got 7 home runs on the season. Batting now .291 on the year. Breaking ball is going to go way high over the head of Graham. And right there, another mound visit. This time, though, it's not by head coach Justin Pettigrew. But already sorry, he's had 6 balls pitched, contrary to just 2 strikes, one of them coming off a foul ball. And so, most likely not a substitution yet. Obviously, the Mill Riders need to get a pitcher warmed up. That pitcher looks to be Stetson Bishop, the sophomore out of Crossett, Arkansas. Sorry for now will stay up on the mound. Two-0 pitch here against Garrett Graham. That one's going to go right across the face, giving Graham just a bit of a shave that time. He's going to find the bottom corner of the zone. Graham definitely not wanting to swing on that one with a 3-0 count, but Sorey will prove that he's still got some fight in him in this count. That one will go high, and that's 2 straight batters walked. Now you see the urgency over the bullpen increase. Stetson Bishop getting those pitches off like a madman. Sorry, not too much of a productive trip to the mound today. And right there, that's going to be the head coach, Justin Pettigrew. He's going to walk out, try his best to give as many pitches to Stetson Bishop as possible before he takes over on the mound, but that'll be the day for Jackson Sorey. Doesn't even get a third of an inning off, and no outs on the board with runners on first and second. And Sorey will finish his day here from Rab Rogers Field. Stetson Bishop taking to the mound. We'll tell you a little bit more about him after the break here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
Visit the Ouachita campus store for all your Tiger apparel, merchandise, and gifts. If you need something to wear to show your Tiger pride, stop by the Ouachita campus store on the bottom floor of the Evans Student Center to grab a t-shirt, sweatshirt, polo, or more. If you can't stop by the store on campus, visit us online at bookstore.obu.edu. Make your purchase and we'll send it to you. Support the Tigers by checking out the Ouachita campus store.
Make Print Mania in downtown Arkadelphia your place to get embroidery, screen printing, trophies, and more. Drop by their store on Main Street in downtown Arkadelphia or visit their website at printmaniatees.com to see how they can help your business or group. Need a shirt for an event? Let Print Mania take care of that. Need promotional materials for your business or organization? You can let Print Mania take care of that too. A family-run local business in Arkadelphia, Print Mania has been serving the public since 1992. Call Print Mania today, 870-246-3803.
I'm Sandra, this is Jorge, and we were adopted in 2019. I remember when they first came to us, Michael was already a teenager. The whole cliche of they're so lucky to have you guys, and it's the other way around. They have changed our family for the better. They chose to love us. They didn't have to. They chose us. Family.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. You can't imagine the reward. Visit adoptuskids.org.
Stetson Bishop getting his warm-up pitches from the mound today, the native of Crossett, Arkansas. The sophomore right-handed pitcher will look to change the tides here in this inning after Jackson Sorey will walk 2 batters for Ouachita, putting runners on first and second. Looking at Bishop on the season, he's got a 4.94 ERA, 3-0 in winning decisions, and he's made 11 appearances. Also 2 starts with that as well. This will be appearance number 12. He's going up against the 5-hole Jackson Jester now. Jester going for the bunt, but then he'll pull back. Catcher Jared Rhodes stood up for a second. Thought maybe he'd make the throw over to second. Kendall Cassidy on second base right now for Ouachita. Luke Howard, he's going to call coach's time, wants to talk to his batter right now. Just want to change the approach. Obviously, you've got Bishop, who is probably most likely a different pitcher from Sorey. Have yet to see what he's thrown at him. Only 2 pitches so far. Jester, so far today, he's picked up 1 hit and then was struck out last time he was at the plate. Just barely under that 300 mark for batting average. Going for the bunt, he's going to go off to the right side. And off the ground play is made. But an incredible sacrifice play by Jester to put runners on second and third as he'll run back to the dugout. Got exactly what he wanted out of that play. He'll bunt it off to the left side, enough for Cassidy to take third and Graham to take second. Now with just 1 out on the board, here's Reese McWilliams. McWilliams, not too lucky of a day in the base paths. He's been thrown out twice, despite getting on base twice as well. First time he was thrown out was at home, which ended off that 6-run inning for Ouachita after his attempt to steal home on the wild pitch. And then the second time he was thrown out was on the attempt to steal second base earlier in this game. Bishop, he'll find the inside for McWilliams, and so now it's a 1-1 count. He's gonna bunt it off to the right side. He'll be thrown out at second, but that does score for the Tigers. Credit the RBI to McWilliams. Kendall Cassidy is gonna slide through home plate, and the Tigers have increased their lead to 5 here from Rab Rogers Field.
Now batting left fielder, Austin Gathright.
That also moves Garrett Graham onto third base. So now still another runner in scoring position. Gathright looking to bring him home here. Bishop, he'll find the bottom of the zone that time. So now it's 0-2, just 1 strike away from getting the Mule Riders out of this one. That one will hit the dirt. And a bit of urgency from the Mule Riders. Want to make sure that Garrett Graham stays on that third base, doesn't try to steal home. Here's Bishop. 1-2 pitch. That one will also hit the dirt, so now it'll even the count. He'll check his swing. Umpire will defer to his third base ump, and he's going to say it was not in time. They're going to say Gathright did not get the full swing. So after that sequence, it's a full count. Gathright able to stay in there, going down 0-2 in the count, and so now it's full. Here's the payoff pitch coming from Bishop. Runner on third for the Tigers. Gathright. That one will go outside, and Bishop is going to send Gathright to first base. That sets up Joseph Bolin, the catcher out of El Dorado, Arkansas. Last time he was up, he was able to get one through the infield for a base hit. We'll see what he does here. SAU exhausting a good majority of their pitching resources today. They're up to double-digit pitchers in this game now. Excuse me, up to 8, which, I mean, it's not double digits, but 8 pitchers in one game. You have to see the committee that head coach Justin Pettigrew has gone through today. 1-1 count here for Bishop. Still more time left to play as well. They've got another pitcher warming up in the bullpen. That one is going to hit the dirt, and that's enough to bring Gathright to second base. Garrett Graham took 2 steps off third, but he's going to stay there. 2 runners in scoring position. Bolin with a hit could bring home at the very least one of them. Three-one count here for Bishop. In danger here of loading the bases with 2 outs on the board. Puts that one on top of the zone. So now it's another full count for Bishop. A strike ends the inning. A ball loads the bases, and a hit scores for the Tigers. Bolin is going to loft that one out into left field, and the catch is made. Not enough distance to go past the wall, and Lee Matsusaki able to make the catch and end off the inning before the Tigers can score any more. Ouachita, they get 1 run to cross home plate, and they're up to 7. They lead 7-2 heading into the 8th. 2 more innings to go for SAU if they want to win this one here from Rab Rogers Field.
On campuses nationwide, the NCAA is making transformative changes for student athletes. While they pursue their biggest dreams, we're launching new initiatives to help them. Life-changing education opportunities are just the start. The NCAA is providing enhanced mental health services. We're guaranteeing scholarships and tuition and expanding access to healthcare. Visit ncaa.org/change.
Whether you realize it or not, you see the work of Bats and Signs all around Arkadelphia. When you see the Badger equipment trailer on the way to a Badger game, Bats and Signs did that. When you're watching the Badgers, Tigers, or Reddies and see the signage that just really makes their facilities pop, Bats and Signs did that too. You see the signage in downtown Arkadelphia, on the campuses of Ouachita and Henderson, or the sign in your neighbor's yard supporting a candidate or their favorite Badger? Yep, Bats and Sign did that too. Longtime residents and supporters of all things Arkadelphia, call Mark, Jared, Chris, or Ryan at Bats and Signs today to see what they can do for you.
Austin Bagnell continuing his tenure on the mound. Just too many Austins on this Ouachita team as Bagnell, he's up to 72 pitches in this game, and that has to be some kind of record for him on the season. Bagnell, not a guy that has been super long on the mound, but so far today he's got 3 strikeouts and only allowed 1 run to the Southern Arkansas Mule Riders, a notoriously good team in this Great American Conference.
Batting for Southern Arkansas, first baseman Carter Clairhout.
Bagnell facing off against number 35, Carter Clairhout. SAU so far today, we've talked about it a couple times, but SAU, they've got 9 hits, nothing to scoff at on the afternoon, and that's only led to 2 runs. Clairhout able to put that one deep into right field, but that's only going to go for a base hit. You've got to credit the speed that time out in right field by Gavin Jacobs to get to it. But back to what I was saying, they've got 10 hits now in this game that have only led to 2 runs. And you look at Ouachita, they've got 7 hits and just as many runs in this one. And it's just been a great performance for Ouachita, and really only in certain pockets. Ouachita had that 6-run third inning, and then they got their 7th run in the last inning. So now SAU looking to find something and continue what has been a great season here from Rab Rogers Field. Bagnell puts the strike down on Rosema. And so now it's an 0-2 count here. So swing and a miss for Rosema, and so Bagnell, he's up to 4 strikeouts on the afternoon.
Third baseman Jaden Woolbright.
Now here's Jaden Woolbright. 238 on the season, 2 home runs, 11 RBIs. Bagnell, that one's going to go very wide. Woolbright, that one's going to go right down the middle through the infield, and that's another hit for SAU. Give them 2 in the inning, 11 in the game. And now a runner on scoring position is Carter Clairhout. That's going to merit a visit from head coach Luke Howard, and that might finally be the day for Austin Bagnell. You look back on a great performance for him. 79 pitches, 4 strikeouts, just 2 walks and 1 run allowed. Bagnell has been a great leader to this Ouachita defense. This is the 2nd mound visit of the game. Umpire signaling to the Ouachita bullpen that the switch has to be made now. And we'll tell you who the man on the mound is following Bagnell after the break here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
Whether you realize it or not, you see the work of Bats and Signs all around Arkadelphia. When you see the Badger equipment trailer on the way to a Badger game, Bats and Signs did that. When you're watching the Badgers, Tigers, or Reddies and see the signage that just really makes their facilities pop, Bats and Signs did that too. You see the signage in downtown Arkadelphia, on the campuses of Ouachita and Henderson, or the sign in your neighbor's yard supporting a candidate or their favorite Badger? Yep, Bats and Sign did that too. Longtime residents and supporters of all things Arkadelphia, called Mark, Jared, Chris, or Ryan at Bats and Signs today to see what they can do for you.
Mom was always very self-sufficient, but we started noticing things were off.
I was forgetting my responsibilities at work.
I told Mom we should visit a doctor.
Alzheimer's.
It was hard to hear that.
Early detection gave us time to seek information and support as a family. I've never felt more connected with Mom.
If you or your family are noticing changes, it could be Alzheimer's. Talk about seeing a doctor together.
At Berry and Turnage, we specialize in bringing the law to your corner. We are dedicated to understanding what results you want and to helping you understand what actions we can take on your behalf. With over 30 years of experience and a proven track record of success, Berry and Turnage is here to lead you down a path to the results you need. We will work with you every step of the way to make sure that you understand the choices you are making and feel empowered to make them. Berry and Turnage. Serious injuries require serious attorneys.
Braden Tucker will be the man on the mound, the junior out of Fort Worth, Texas, for this Ouachita team. He follows up an expert performance by Austin Bagnall, who only allowed 1 run to the GAC runner-up Southern Arkansas Mule Riders so far. Tigers lead 7-2. Tucker will look here to record the final 5 outs in this game. So far, no true action in the Ouachita bullpen, though there is a few pitchers in there that are ready if needed. We'll see what Tucker does here. Facing off against number 5, Tyler Abrego. He's subbing in for the catcher in the 8-hole, Jarrett Rhodes. That's a swing and a miss for Abrego, and he also chucks his bat over to the left side, so I wouldn't consider that a foul because he didn't lose the ball to the left side. He lost his bat to the left side. Abrego, the senior out of Argyle, Texas, the transfer from Navarro College. On the season, he's batting an even .200. He's made 17 appearances. This will be number 18 here. Tucker, the breaking ball is going to break just a little too far to the outside, and it's going to go for a ball. Tucker, 2-1 pitch here. Finds the top of the zone, and now Abrego, 2-2 count for him. He's going to need to swing if anything is in the zone. Tucker, that's the backwards K for him, and that's the first out for him of the game. First batter seen, and that's his first strikeout. Abrego just doesn't know what to do with it. Now that's going to send up senior Clay Burrows. He's coming into this at bat. He's .273 on the season. Tucker, he's got runners on second and first. So a decent enough base hit would surely give SAU another score here. Tucker, that one can't find the outside. He'll find the inside corner. So now 2-1 count here for the junior. That pitch is going to just barely elude the outside of the zone. 3-1. Tucker looking to elude his first walk. He's going to find him on the inside corner, much to the chagrin of Clay Burrows, who thought that that one was a ball. Instead of taking a trip to first place and loading the bases, it's now a full count. Umpire going to call time. Tucker looking for strikeout number 2 in just as many batters seen. Burrows, he gets a hold of it. Jacobs able to make the grab out in right field. Incredible speed on the redshirt freshman, able to make the distance and make the catch. Tigers keep SAU off the board, and they lead 7-2 heading into the bottom of the 8th here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
First night here, but Amy seems cool.
Leading down to the river. I am blind, but I need not see.
What do you think?
I know this road is there for me. If I'm really free, take me down to the river and walk.
Yet another pitcher in the game for SAU today. This time it's Josh Phillips, the senior out of Cypress, Texas, transfer from North Central Texas College. On the lineup, he's labeled as a utility player, but he's got some experience on the mound this season. Phillips, he's got a 5.14 ERA, 0-1 in winning decisions. This will be appearance number 7 for him on the year. He's also credited with a save. So we'll see what he does here today. He's also pitched 7 innings this season as well. And he'll face off against the 9-hole for Ouachita before seeing the top of their lineup in Isaac Now and Wesley Scott. This Southern Arkansas team and head coach Justin Pettigrew has really used every single one of their arms, and I do not mean that lightly. You look at Phillips, he is now their 9th pitcher of the game. So far, no action in the bullpen, so not sure if they'll get to double digits today, but if they do, that'd be quite a feat here from Rab Rogers Field. Meanwhile, Ouachita, they're up to 3 pitchers in the game after Bagnall went the distance for quite a while. That's a swing and a miss that time for Jacobs. Excuse me, looks like it is a pinch hitter for Ouachita. It'll be Cade Bowman. It's another swing and a miss for Bowman, so now it's a 2-2 count. Phillips, the heater, with 88 miles per hour on that last pitch. Phillips can't find the zone that time. Swing and a miss for Bowman, and he's going to be struck out on his first at-bat of the game. Now 1 out on the board. Lineup turns over. Here's Isaac Now.
Isaac Now.
Now leads the team this season in batting average. He's up to .358 on the year. Excuse me, not leads, but is second on the team. But when it comes to sample size as well, now .358 on the year, and he's also made 43 games played. Phillips, he's going to find the outside of the zone. So now in an 0-2 hole here. He'll put that one in the dirt on the far side. And the backwards K for Phillips. That's 2 outs in the inning. What a great start for Josh Phillips. 6 pitches and 2 strikeouts.
Wesley Scott.
He's definitely making his way into being one of the more successful pitchers so far for SAU today. Now with 2 outs on the board, here's Wesley Scott. He did hit a homer earlier today. Phillips looking to be a little bit safe with him. Scott, he'll get a piece of it, fouling it off to the right side. Here's Phillips, 2-1 pitch. That one goes to the outside and hits the zone. So now Wesley Scott 1 strike away. He's already been struck out once today. And he's going to put that one down in the outfield for a Texas leaguer. Wesley Scott, the base hit with 2 outs on the board. And so now finally, this is the first time today where the amount of hits for Ouachita exceeds the amount of runs. Just an incredibly insane stat today. Something that you don't typically see from a game of baseball. Phillips, he powered that one into the strike zone at 90 miles per hour, and Wesley Scott knew exactly what to do with it. Kendall Cassidy, that one's going to go right across his legs into the strike zone. And Wesley Scott, if there's one guy in the base paths for this Ouachita team you have to be safe with, it's got to be the guy that's 23 for 26 on stolen base attempts this season. Wesley Scott leading the conference in stolen bases. Phillips 1-1 pitch here. He's going to check on Scott again. Wesley Scott having to be very careful on what decisions he chooses to make over on first. And he's going to successfully steal second base. Phillips, he'll make the throw over to first, but Scott able to make it over there after the catch is bobbled by first baseman Carter Clairhout. Scott now up to 24 stolen bases on the season. Just an incredible number for the sophomore. Cassidy, he's going to tip that one into the glove of the SAU catcher. That time it's Grant Rosema. Cassidy, he's going to pop that one up into the infield. It is playable. Scott's going to run it out. And the play is made by shortstop Brandon Nickel. So Ouachita stays off the board in the 8th, and that quite possibly could have been their last chance hitting of the game. But we'll see here as SAU heads to the plate in the 9th, needing 5 runs to tie, 6 to take the lead here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
If you want to win in every arena of college life, go D2. Make it yours.
If you love them enough to crawl into a play place to get them to come down, then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
Tag Paco, the man up on the mound for Ouachita, one of the top relievers in the GAC, now with the chance here to finish off this Mule Rider squad. A junior out of Rockwall, Texas, has consistently been one of the best closers in the Great American Conference this season. You look at pitching stats, and I mean, that proves exactly what I'm talking about. Paco, when it comes to saves on the year, he's up to 2, leading Ouachita. He's also pitched a healthy 35 innings, 5-3 in winning decisions. This will be appearance number 17 on the year for him. And when it comes to how many games he's finished, he's got 11 under his belt, tied for 4th in the Great American Conference. This guy finishes games for Ouachita more than anyone on this squad. And his ERA proves exactly why, 4.37. That's second for all Ouachita players that have made more than 2 appearances. Paco, he'll face the top of this SAU lineup, starting off with Lee Matsusaki, followed up by Trace Shoup and Brandon Nickel. Paco standing 6'4", 200 pounds. Just a mountain of a man that knows exactly how to finish these games for Ouachita. Fastball is going to find the zone for him. So now 1-1 start for him. Matsuzaki, that one's got some distance, and it's going beyond the outfield wall. Lee Matsuzaki, that's his 6th home run on the season, and what a good start to the inning for SAU. Tag Paco is going to allow the home run, and SAU now has relinquished the Ouachita lead to just 4. Tigers lead 7-3. No action in the Ouachita bullpen, though there is a pitcher in there. Paco, the speed on the pitch. It's not going to find the zone, though. Tigers 3 outs away from a win here. He'll find the inside of the zone that time. Breaking ball is going to fall right into the zone on the outside. Payco, great response after the home run. It's now 1-2 in the count. That one will hit the dirt. Payco tied for 11th in the GAC in saves. And that's a swing and a miss. Might have gotten a piece of it that time, but nevertheless, Joseph Bowen able to make the grab on the third strike. Payco, that's his first strikeout of the day. He's going to pop that one up into the infield. Wesley Scott looks like he's going to wave off everybody and make the grab. That one doesn't even get past the grass as the shortstop puts the Tigers one out away, and now the closer, Tag Payco. He'll go to work here against number 27, Jaden Hill. One-0 pitch. Here's Payco. Hits the top outside corner of the zone. Trying to get him to swing on the outside pitch, but it'll go for a ball. Contact is made, and that one's gone. That's 2 home runs in 1 inning for SAU, both of them solo. And Payco proving to be a high-risk, high-reward pitcher. So far, he's gotten 2 outs in this inning, but also 2 home runs as well. So now Tigers only lead by 3. Head coach Luke Howard, an interesting decision to make here. He'll keep him out there for now. Here's Carter Clairhout. That's a swing and a miss for him. I want to go high. Payco 2 strikes away from a midweek win here from the Rab. Pitch goes high again. Clairhout, that one's got some height, doesn't have some distance. And the catch is made. Cade Bowman makes the little leap for the catch, and the Tigers have taken down number 2 here on Tuesday for a midweek win. Ouachita officially on the season will move to 500 on their record to 22-22 on the year. And your final score, Ouachita 7, Southern Arkansas 4. I want to thank you for tuning into this midweek broadcast, and we want to remind you that coming up this weekend, barring weather, we will have a Friday game starting at 3 o'clock and then a doubleheader on Saturday at noon and 3 o'clock. Obviously, things can and most likely will change with the occurrence of rain, but for now, those are our first pitch times, and so make sure to catch those here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network. But for now, Ouachita wins following an incredible 6th inning pocket of heaven, and they finish off a win over number 2 Southern Arkansas. This has been Isaac Bourne. Earlier, I was joined for just about 2 innings by Chris Babb. And in the production trailer today was Priscilla Leverett, Phil Bird, also Chris Babb. You've also got Lucy Holden and Gavin Wallace as well. I've been Isaac Bourne. Thank you for joining us today here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
Hi, everybody. This is John Fanta with Fox Sports and the Big East Digital Network.
Hi, this is Brad Sham, voice of the Dallas Cowboys.
I'm Nicole Auerbach.
Kevin Kugler of Westwood One.
Hi, everybody. It's Pete Pranica of the Memphis Grizzlies and Fox Sports Southeast.
Hi, this is Chuck Swirsky with the Chicago Bulls, our flagship station, 670 The Score.
This is Kyle Peterson with ESPN. This is Tom Hart at ESPN and the SEC Network. Thanks for tuning in to the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.